Good afternoon, guys. We're going to have a short video. It's not going to be too long, this one. But what I wanted to talk about today, or this afternoon, on this live stream, is how off-season is pre-season. And one of the things that a lot of riders and racers take for granted is how important the perceived off-season actually is. Okay? And this is where a lot of riders and racers tend to actually go backwards with their training rather than going forward. So obviously everyone's getting to the end of the season, okay? It's getting towards the pointy end, okay? And everything's just about done. So MX Nationals are done. The Super Motard guys have another one more round left, okay? You guys over east. Everything's coming towards an end, okay? And this is actually the most crucial time to be able to gain on every other rider, okay, every other racer, to be able to step things up for next year. So what happens with a lot of riders and racers, they get towards the end of the season, and they take time off, okay? So they go away on holidays, they stop eating the right stuff, they don't train as much, maybe they don't even ride as much, maybe they have a little bit of time off riding as well, okay? And that's all well and good, but what we need to be able to do is control the amount of time that we're actually having off. Okay, so an appropriate amount of time is having, say, a week or two off after the season and then starting to get back into it. What happens with most riders and racers that ends up being, oh, I'll just wait till Christmas, oh, I'll just wait till New Year, oh, I'll just wait till the start of the season before they actually start putting in the work. Now, what happens when you don't train is you actually detrain. Okay, so all that fitness, all that hard work you put in doesn't just stay there because you've done the work. It goes backwards. So let's just say that you've trained all year during the season, okay? And then let's just say you stop now, okay? Let's say your season's finished now, so it's start of October. That's October, November, December, January, February, okay? It's fair to say when most people get back into riding and racing, when racing starts to ramp up again. The first round of the Nationals is in April, okay, for MX guys. So that's about 5 months there. 5 months. That's just about 50% of the year. Okay, 5 months out of 12 spending not doing anything productive that's moving you towards your goals, okay, towards being able to help you on the bike. So when we take that 5 months off, it's not just, oh, we've taken 5 months off and then we'll get back into it in 5 months and just pick up where we left off. It's no, over that 5 months we start to decline. So your level of fitness, wherever you're at right now, it's going to be less than that in 5 months' time. Okay, so think about where you were 3 or 4 months before now with your training. That's where you're going to be in next February, okay, when you first start training. So you're going to start to detrain. You're going to start to get weaker. You're going to get smaller. You increase your chance of injury. You start to get tighter. You develop. It makes it a whole heap harder to be able to get back into training. Now, yes, okay, you could put the 3 or 4 months into training and get cracking, get started next year in February, and that's awesome. And you could probably be good to go by the start of the season. But what you're doing is bringing the same level of fitness and strength that you had last year, this season, into next season, okay? And that's the number one mistake that a lot of riders and racers make, is that they rock up each year no fitter, no stronger, no level of speed or efficiency from a physical sense compared to the previous year. Okay, and that's something you need to be able to build on. So you need to go, okay, this is how fit I was. Here's all the data from this 12 months or 8 months, however long you've been training for, this season. Here's what I need to improve on over the summer. This is my perfect time to be able to knuckle down for 5 months, uninterrupted with riding and racing and traveling, and just be able to knuckle down on your training and put the hard work in with your training and be able to get the results while everyone else is messing around. So it's not that you're making up 5 months on everyone else. You're making up more than the 5 months, because remember, they're going backwards over that 5 months. You don't stay the same over that 5 months and then just pick up where you left off. You move backwards, okay? And that's an important distinction to note. You actually move backwards. You're not just staying where you are when you take that time off. So it's important to be able to get the edge on everyone else, is to spend another half a year, 5 months, grinding, putting in the hard work when there's no races on, okay, when the calendar's empty, when there's nothing on, and just grind and put the work in and come back next year fitter, faster and stronger than you were this year. Don't rock up next year the same way you rocked up this year. Even if fitness wasn't an issue, even if strength wasn't an issue, even if conditioning wasn't an issue, aim to make it better anyway. Okay, improve it. You can never be too fit. So be able to build on what you've done this season and be able to make it better, but you need to have that consistency. Like I always crack on about, You got to have that consistency with your training, and that means pushing through. So there's no such thing as the off season. Okay, you're always in season. You can have that little bit of downtime, couple of weeks, and then that's it. Straight into it. It's pre-season. Okay, pre-season starts now. Okay, they say the first day of off season is the first day of pre-season. Okay, I'm allowing you to have a week or two off to be able to do your own stuff and chill, because I know racing gets fairly hectic and can be draining physically and mentally as well. So it's important to be able to recharge, but it's important to be able to get back into it now. So start to get that 5 months, get a head start on everyone else. While everyone else is going on holidays, eating ice creams, going partying on the weekends, because it's off season, you can be out there grinding, putting in the hard work, trialing and testing and dialing everything in, so that when the first race comes next year, everyone's going, holy shit, who is this bloke? Okay? So being able to implement that, being able to get started, the biggest thing that I urge you to do over the summer, and now, starting from now, especially as it's getting warmer, continue with your training, continue what you're doing, continue building over the next 5 months to next season. Don't take time off, okay? Don't take time off training, don't take time off your riding. Put more effort in, okay? You don't have to travel as much, you don't have to move around as much, so you've got more time to be able to put in, okay? So just a short one for today, guys, but that's what I wanted to talk about. If you found it helpful, give me a like or even comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. Any live streams you'd like me to do or anything particular you'd like me to talk about that you think would be helpful for everyone, feel free to put it in the comments below. Otherwise, remember, train hard, race harder. See you guys.